Welcome back to Music Business Unlocked. I'm Nick the Engineer. I'm a multi-platinum music producer and publisher with Playback. And today I'm going to show you how you can register your songs step by step with ASCAP. If you're serious about getting paid for your songs, you need to understand this process. And let's dive right into it so that way you don't miss out on the royalties that you deserve. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to head over to ascap.com. You're either going to hit join or member login. The first thing you're going to do when you get to ascap.com is head over to works. Then you're going to hit register or work, and now we're going to start with the work title. For the sake of this video, we're going to name the work title song name. Then we're going to go down to writers and publishers, and once you're registered, you're just either going to put in your writer IPI number or your name. In this case, I already have a registered writer ready to go. So we're going to choose my partner, Fernando. His role we'll put for composer, and for the share, we're going to put 25%. And then we're going to choose a publisher, PBMG in this case, world territory, or you can choose North America or USA. Then you're going to put 25%. Then we're going to add a writer, because assuming most people have more than one writer on their song, we're going to choose another person on here. We're going to choose their role. We'll put as an author, also 25%. And then we'll choose their publisher. We'll pick world territory again, 25%. As you can see at the top, remember that writer shares must total 50%. Publisher shares must also total 50%. Super important. It's a little bit different than BMI. On BMI, there's 200% of a song. On ASCAP, they only just do 100% of a song. So now we'll hit apply and we'll go down. Has this work been recorded? If not, skip yes. So in this case, we'll do the same thing. We'll put my name, Nick the Engineer, sound recording title, song name. We'll put the release date for whatever day that your song obviously came out. And then you'll want to put your ISRC code. You'll easily be able to find an ISRC code via a tool finder, which is public, or you can just go and if you release a song by yourself, you can look it up under your distributor. Has this work been performed? If not, skip yes. So we'll choose a performer name again. For me, it'll be Nick the Engineer. Is this work intended for a commercial film or other product? If not, skip. So if this isn't something that applies to you, whether it's radio, television, theater, and it's just a song that you're putting out on streaming platforms, you can skip this part. Is this a concert work? If not, skip. Concert work formally serious may include chamber music, symphonies, recitals, or chorettes. So this isn't something that would apply to us. If this is something that you would be registering your song under, you can pick what applies to you. Does this work include a sample? If not, skip. If your work contains a sample of copyrighted music, please provide the information here. If the song from which the sample was derived is a public domain, use the public domain section. So if you did have a sample, you would enter the information here. You would put the writer name that owns the sample and their IPI number. In this case, we wouldn't be doing that, and in most cases, most people don't. Does this work use public domain elements? If not, skip. Public domain includes music and lyrics published in or before 1929. This may include traditional works, like an old folk tune, works that contain copyrighted protected elements, and the original form cannot be registered with ASCAP. Alternatively, fully public domain works also cannot be registered with ASCAP. So once again, this isn't something that normally applies to your average person that's uploading a song, so we would skip this. Do you know the performance time of this work? If not, skip. So I would always recommend putting in the duration so that way you can keep track in the midst of all the other millions of songs that are registered on these PRO platforms. So you should just put in the duration. In this case, put 00 for the hour. We could put 3 minutes for the minutes, and then we could put 30 seconds for the time. So when you've completed all this information, all you're going to do is hit submit, and you're literally done. ASCAP is a lot quicker for registering than it is for BMI. You'll have to go through a lot less steps, and it gets a lot more to the point, and it's also a lot more tech friendly. So I do prefer ASCAP when it comes to registration, but at the end of the day, you'll be able to choose ASCAP or BMI for you to register your works, and they all coincide together. And that's it, you're done. Your song is now registered with ASCAP, and you're officially set up to collect your publishing royalties. This is what it takes to be taken seriously in the music industry, because if your music isn't registered, you're leaving money on the table. For more breakdowns like this, check out our courses and community at school.com and grab a copy of the Music Business Unlocked book to make sure you're handling every single part of your music career the right way. And until next time, peace.